What is up, you guys? Welcome to my channel. My name is Coach Magali. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. And on this channel, I break down everything that you need to know to lose weight, build muscle, get healthier, eat better, and all of the things that come with that. And I break it down into very simple concepts for you to understand and go get the results that you've always wanted. So if that's content you're interested in with the no BS approach, then just subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Like this video so that I know this content is one that you find useful and you want to see more of. And with that all being said, let's get into my top back exercises that I absolutely love, and they will build your back an incredible amount. Before I get into showing you the exercises, I want to quickly start off by saying I like back exercises that have a lot of stability, meaning that it doesn't require a ton of balance, a ton of core and back effort to keep me up in position. Things like barbell bent over rows or really hard exercises like pull-ups. It's not that these exercises are not good, and that goes for any exercise that I don't mention. It's not that they don't build your back, it's just I prefer exercises that put me in a stable position so that I can target the back properly without having to worry about other body parts. So that's why you're going to see the selection that you see today. But again, it doesn't mean that what I don't include here, I don't like them. It's just these are my top picks, and I find that the more stable the exercise, the more effective they are. So let's get into the first one. Seated chest supported row, one of my absolute favorites. So the seated chest supported row, you typically can adjust the seat and the chest pad and or the handles. Essentially, you're going to have to play around with it, figure out the right proportions for you. But when you sit down, the handles should be at the level of your shoulders. If they're above, move yourself up. If they're below, move yourself down, adjust it. And then when you sit down, your fingertips should barely be able to touch the handles. If they're closer than that, push yourself further away or move the handles away from you. I just push the pad further away so that I'm further away from the handles, and this is to give yourself a little extra room to get a good stretch at the end of each rep. Then you start rowing without getting off the chest pad and without over shrugging your shoulders. This is one of the most common mistakes that I see with the row. Then keep your elbows slightly away from you and really focus on pushing the elbows straight back. As you come back, squeeze your back muscles, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then as you go forward, allow yourself to get a little bit of a stretch in the forward direction. You can also switch the handle. First variation that I did was for more upper back, rear delts, and then neutral grip is for more bicep and more mid back. The neutral attachment cable pull down, one of my favorites. So the first thing you want to do is when you take a seat, move the thigh pads so that they are just above your thighs, but make them feel a little bit snug. It should be hard to slide your hand through the pads. As you start pulling, make sure you are not leaning too far back. You want to be sitting more upright. This is going to ensure that we get way more lats in this exercise. So in the side view, you can see how far back I lean. How you want to fix that is scoot your whole body back, bring your chest more forward, and be in line with the cable. You shouldn't be too far from it. So once you start pulling down, make it the goal to end the movement where your hands are just about your shoulder level. You don't want to go way too low where your shoulders now start to round forward and hunch. This is getting you out of alignment and out of proper position. So go all the way to shoulder level, but nothing below that. On your way up, what you don't want to do is let the weight control you. Go nice and slow. Don't jerk it up. Don't let it pull you, not only because it increases your risk of getting injured, but it also just relaxes the muscle, which is defeating the purpose. Go slow and controlled, making sure that each rep looks clean, smooth, and nothing is being moved too fast. Also, as you're pulling that weight down, imagine you have an apple, an orange, whatever you want to imagine, underneath your armpit, and you're really trying to squeeze it on the way down. That's going to be what engages your lats and lets you go a little bit deeper, getting the muscle a little bit better. Every rep all the way up and all the way down. Incline bench chest supported dumbbell row. Say that 5 times fast. First thing you want to do is set the bench angle to about 45 degrees. Also adjust the bottom part if you can. Grabbing your dumbbells, lay against the bench. The chest support of the bench is going to help keep us stable. Pulling the dumbbells up towards your chest, a big mistake people make is shrugging the weight up, meaning they are lifting just straight up and down. What you want to do instead is move diagonally, thinking of pulling your elbows to your hips. This is going to create a 90-degree angle at the top of the movement with the arms, and that is what you want. If the angle is less than that, you're going too high up, and obviously if the angle is wider, you're not doing it right either. 90 degrees is what you're looking for. At the top, really think about about squeezing your shoulder blades together, keep your chest tall, and of course, don't go too fast. You want to control the upward and the downward movement of each rep. If you're having a hard time getting the weight as high as you can while maintaining that 90-degree angle, the weight is probably a little bit too heavy, or you just need to work on the technique a little bit more. So make sure you're paying attention to that 90 degrees as high as you can. Once you're ready, drop the weights. Make sure your legs and feet are clear. On to the next one. Barbell bent over landmine row. So of course you need the landmine attachment for this. Lower yourself as if you were about to do a Romanian deadlift, and then from there start rowing. Something you want to be careful with is not to start slouching and falling forward. You want to fix that by keeping your chest up. Think of again pulling your elbows towards your hip. The position and stability of the bar does that for you automatically, but just keep that in mind. Keep your chest tall, squeeze those shoulder blades at the top, stretch at the bottom, control the movement on the way up and on the way down. Half kneeling iliac cable pull down. You're going to put the cable right about your head level, take a couple of steps back so you're far enough, and then you're going to kneel down. Whatever hand you're pulling with, bring the opposite knee up so that you can use it as support. As you start pulling, you're going to think of bringing your elbow towards your hip, but your arm should not pass the side of your body, meaning it should not be behind you. That's your cue to stop. You want to stretch towards the cable stack as you bring it forward. Bring your whole body slightly back and bring that elbow to your hip. Tighten underneath that armpit and slowly go back forward. This is working out each side independently, so it's going to help work on imbalances, making everything symmetrical. Because your hand position is a little more neutral, how I talked about earlier, that makes it a little bit more biased to the biceps as well. So you're getting a little bit of bicep work in there. Overall, it's just a great exercise. I highly recommend if you haven't given it a shot. I think you'll really enjoy it. Last exercise, reverse cable flies. So what you want to do is put the cable heads all the way to the top, remove all attachments, and then reach with the opposite hand to the opposite side. Right hand reaches for the left hand reaches for the right. Then you're going to grab the ends of the cable stands. There's usually like a ball that it comes with. Grab it with your thumbs. That's going to create the most stability. From your chest level, you're going to cross your hands together, and then you're going to pull them downward towards your hips, keeping your arms relatively straight. There should be a little bit of a bend in the arm, but not too much. Make sure you're standing shoulder width, your abs are engaged, meaning you're not wobbling all over the place, steady. Control the movement up, control the movement down. I'm showing you the cable version specifically, but there is the machine version, there's dumbbells. There's many ways to go about this exercise, but this is the one that I wanted to show you today in case you don't know how to set this one up because it's not as common as the other two. But any reverse fly of any kind, I like to include at least once a week. The rear delts are the muscles directly behind your shoulders, and while they do get some stimulus and training from rows and lat pull downs, assuming your form is correct, they do need a little extra love and a little extra dedication if your goal is to really build them or really define them. And it's good to have overall shoulder health, which includes the rear delt. Just an overall great exercise. A mosquito. Those are some of my top favorite back exercises. Again, as I mentioned earlier, they're not the only ones that I enjoy. I do a ton of other ones. So if you guys want a part 2, let me know, or if you want to see any other body part, comment that below. Back exercises just need to be taken to failure. They need to be pushed with intensity, and they need to target the right muscles with the right stability. That allows me to really focus on the muscle. Like the lat pull downs, I'm seated with the pad on for support. With the chest supported row, I'm seated with the chest support. You want to look for exercises like that more often. Those are going to be the ones to build your back the most effectively. Again, doesn't mean that other types of exercises like barbells or free weights aren't good and they're not effective. It's just you want to have more stability than not to build your back effectively. That's pretty much it, you guys. I hope you found this video informative, helped you improve your workout routine a little bit, and give you some ideas. So if you did enjoy it, again, please like the video. Let me know in the comments below what you want to see next. Subscribe for more videos like this, and share this with a friend who you know needs help on their back day. With that all being said, I'll let you get to your workout, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.